What's up, everybody? Trayvon here with Scent Talk TV, and today I will be doing a full review on a fragrance from the house of Khadlaj, if I pronounced that right, that I got from my local Marshalls, of course. This one, I was standing at the case where all the other fragrances was, and I was just holding it in my hands thinking like, man, I don't even know if I should get this. Is it good? Is it bad? You know, it was still, wrapped up in a cellophane, so I couldn't really break it open and smell it before paying for it. So didn't really want to waste time buying a fragrance and then having to take it back because I don't like it. But to my surprise, stay tuned for the details. But I'm talking too much. Without further ado, let's just jump into it. And that fragrance from the house of Khadlaj. This is Khadlaj's Karus Blue Spice. Here you go. Here is the box. Full presentation of the box. Name of the house right here. You got the name of the fragrance right here on this silver little plate right there in the middle. Then on the side, you got at least the price sticker, but other than that, nothing. And nothing on this side. The name of the house right there. Name of the house right there as well at the bottom of the box. Then as you turn on to the back, you have the holographic sticker right there. Barcode and the name of the house right there next to the ingredients. And once you, how do you open this box up again? Hold on. Oh, it's like a little magnetic flip right here. And it snaps into place. You flip it open. Voila, there's the bottle. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the full presentation of this bottle. Name of the fragrance right here on this little silver plate right there at the bottom of the bottle. You got the name of the house right here on the sides, on both sides of the bottle. You got the initial of the fragrance house, the name of the fragrance house right there on the top of the cap. You have a snug fit of the cap right there. And there's nothing on the inside of the cap. There is the atomizer, no leakage. So that's a very, very great sign. And you got the sticker right here at the bottom. It's kind of a transparent sticker. You can barely see it, but it has the size and concentration right here at the little sticker right there. As well as nothing on the back of the box. The atomizer, of course, it's cool. It's not bad. What do I get out of this fragrance? This fragrance is absolutely gorgeous. It has a dope, like green mineralized tea note, just backed up with a citrusy, bitter fruitiness from the notes of bergamot. And it has a bright white floral touch with neroli and a little fizzy, like citrusy type of a note of ginger backed up behind that as well. It is a beautiful, beautiful scent. I'm so glad that I didn't, put it back on the shelf and just passed on it, because I would have been disappointed judging by the way that this joint smells, man. Beautiful. Oh man, if I would have found a backup bottle, a second bottle of this, if they had it, I would have bought a backup bottle of this too, because it is definitely worth it. Let's just jump into the notes. All right, the notes are as follows. In the top, you got tea and bergamot. The tea is green, is sweet, has a dirty, earthy, mineralized touch to it, a mineralized freshness with that tea note is what I'm trying to say. And that bergamot has like this bright yet bitter citrusy fruitiness from that bergamot. The opening is lovely. You get a big mixture of that tea and that bergamot. Well, the bergamot, you get like a little bit of the citrus from the bergamot, but it's not too loud to me because, it's being swallowed up with the mid notes to me on my skin. And the mid notes is ginger and neroli. That bright, citrusy, just uplifting, masculine, white floral note of neroli that is just showing its face in a legendary way in this fragrance. The ginger gives off some more like a fizzy, like fuzzy spice of citrus from that ginger, bringing in more citruses along with that white citrusy floral note that's masculine with that neroli, as well as that bergamot. The bergamot is there subtly. I don't get too much of it. But as you get into the base notes, you just got cinnamon. Cinnamon is like, it makes it a little bit more warmer, not too much. It warms it up just a little bit, giving it like a warm spice, kind of a little bit of a sweetness as well, not too much. This is a amazing combination of notes. Simplistic, not too much going on with this fragrance in terms of the notes, but it is so beautifully well put together, man. It just screams compliments. It just screams like it has a big, nice aura to this though. The aura that's radiating off this fragrance is just mind-blowing to me. Man, overall, you just get this not dark, you get this dirty, earthy, fresh mineralized tea note that's a little bit sweet, green, and it's just backed up with the citrusy, like warm spice and bright uplifting neroli that it gives off in the mid, man. I get all of the notes except for that bergamot. It's kind of subtle to me, but the rest of the notes is just being A1 players in this fragrance and just makes this fragrance just phenomenal. Man, I wish I would have got a backup bottle of this. This is amazing. Man, this is amazing. The performance though. It was a warm day in St. Louis. It was like abnormally, unusually warm in St. Louis like last year when I tested this bad boy out. And I decided to give it a whirl, see how it performs when it's a little bit warmer. But the performance was pretty good. It did its thing. It lasts up to 6 to 7 hours. Projection was good within like an hour to an hour and a half. Set close to the skin. It was a skin scent between the 4th and 5th hour mark, but it wasn't a faint skin scent. It was like an intimate skin scent, but it was still pushing. You had a nice little sillage with it, So, but the thing is, with me, I kind of got nose blind to this because after midway through the longevity of this fragrance, I stopped smelling it, and I thought it was just weak, but I had like coworkers and stuff, like ladies telling me like, "Hey, you smell good. What is that? I want to get that for my son." And blah 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 blah. And I was like, "You can still smell it?" And they was like, "Yeah, I can smell you from here all the way over there." I'm like, "Okay, all right, okay, that's a good sign." It didn't leave my body too quick, so that's the only thing that I was worried about. So that was a win-win for me. I got a compliment and they let me know that it was still hanging with me. So that was my only concern while I was trying to test this. So yeah, the performance is there. The compliment factor is there. This is a win-win fragrance through and through. Okay, when it comes to the seasons, this is more of a spring and summertime wear. You can probably get away with this in the fall. It does have a little bit of warmth, hanging around in the base of this fragrance. So in the fall time, you can probably get away with this in the daytime. But more suited for the spring and summertime because I feel like this fragrance fits those vibes a little bit better than, cooler, seasons. So I would say spring and summertime with this bad boy. Age group, like I always say, if you like it, wear it, it doesn't matter. But if you want my specific opinion on what age group this resides in, I would say this is any age can wear this. Any age can wear this. It's not much too mature. It's not too sweet and playful. It's not in between. It's a jack of all trades when it comes to like all age groups. So with that being said, any age can wear this one. However, what is my final thoughts on this beautiful fragrance? If you can find this for the price that I got it for, if not cheaper, please pick this up. It's bright, it's uplifting, it's masculine. It has a legendary, just dope green tea note that's green, sweet, and mineralized earthy freshness is one of my best parts of this fragrance. Mixed in very well. Legendary, just out of this world, phenomenal when it comes to that tea and that neroli with the ginger and that cinnamon, just the cherry on top of this fragrance. Don't cheat yourself. If you see this at the rack stores, don't pass it up. Don't pass it up. It is well worth 30 bucks. Smells more than 30 bucks. Also, it's not an official note in this fragrance, but I'm also getting some type of a earthy, like, powderiness to this fragrance. You know, like on top of all of those notes that I just listed and just described to you guys, there's like a aromatic, like earthy powderiness that is modern day type of smell, like a modern day smell, like, you know, that's uplifting, crowd pleasing and stuff like that is what I'm trying to say. You know, that powderiness is like overshadowing all those other notes. You know, like I said, it's not a official note of powder, like a powdery note or anything like that, but I'm detecting it from some of these notes. From one of these notes, I'm detecting it. But yeah, if I didn't mention or failed to mention that while I was just going over the notes and stuff like that, definitely got some type of powderiness coming from this. So that's all that I have for Scent Talk TV, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, you know what to do. You got to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And I will see you guys in the next video. Be safe out there and be blessed and have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.